It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for the second game of this doubleheader. The men's take on the Johnson and Wales Wildcats from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Jackson Bass here on the call with you today. Already quite a number of action going on this afternoon. Of course, the women fell in the previous contest 5-0 to the University of Pikeville Bears. Rams definitely showed how defensively savvy they were, though, spending most of the time in Rams territory, both halves. But the Rams still allowing 5 goals to be scored as the men start now. A lot of handling of a possession back with the Rams. That goalkeeper, the senior Jake Mendoza. Mendoza with the long kick deep. Free kick coming up from Jonathan Gonzalez. Headed up. Hits the crossbar. Rolls back behind. Rams already starting off quite an exhilarating fashion. Open field. Mendoza comes out. Kicks it deep. Offsides. Mendoza sets up this kick. Now, the Johnson and Wales Wildcats, a very talented ball club in themselves, had last season 15-4 and in late November. But the Rams ready to show under the new leadership of Coach Smith. See how it goes. Whistle blown. There's a kick coming up from the Wildcats. Let's save my Mendoza. He punts it across. Off tempo head by Callaway. Near touchline. Johnson and Wales able to get it deep into Rams territory. Oliveira tripped up. A couple Rams able to get out of the way. The Oliveira Kicks it deep. Another North Carolina native for the Rams. Mendoza comes up. It's kicked. It's kicked around. Zimmerman attempted to get there in time, unsuccessful. Rams already fighting. Rolls past the back line. Corner kick coming up for the Wildcats. Like I said, this is a very talented ball club where they finished the season 15-4, but they did lose their two top scoring Wildcats. Top two scorers had 12 and 7 goals apiece during the season. The Rams, a little bit of a cluster. The Rams side near midfield. Callaway heads it up. Tries to get it out. Insel gets his foot on it. Not a rollout. Zimmerman. Knocked away, still in Wildcats' possession. Throwing for J&W. On a roll past the back line. Now a corner kick to ensue. Johnson and Wales. The near sideline. Tries to cut back in. Salvador Oliveira gets it headed away. Rams doing a good job of pressing the offense. Almost tripped up. A little bit of scrappiness from the Rams. Mendoza slaps it up and goes over the goal. And quite an exciting 9 minutes occurring here. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in here live on the Rams Digital Sports Network, where we get to bring you guys all the live events that happen across our multiple venues here at Bluefield University. Mendoza comes down with the corner kick. He jogs out. Rolls it deep. Long kick. Some of the first action we see in Wildcat territory. Good coming from Johnson and Wales. Kick coming up. Deep. Collins gets his foot on it. Knocked out. Possession still with Bluefield. Collins fighting for it. Carlos de Oliveira kicks it away. Rolls out the Johnson and Wales bench. Bypasses Vinsel. Collins stops it. Callaway tripped up. Long kick deep. Rolls out of bounds. And Jonathan Gonzalez. Up for the kick. Into the box. Tries to come out. Goal! And that goal going for number 3, Adam Gymnander from Sweden. Rams already on the board early in this half. 32:51 remain. The Rams off to a hot start. Looks like the Rams came to play today. (1-0) now the score. Comes in. Santos gets it across. That's knocked away into the foot of Coach Smith. Coming up the near sideline, cutting in. Collins tries to get it past. Sees an open man. Goes across Viscaro, sprinting. He'll get a hold of it. It's back to Santos. Callaway tries to get it. Offsides called. And just over 30 minutes remain here in the first half of action. Rams already up 1-0. Deep kick. Goal kick coming up. Johnson Wales. Tries to fight towards it. Able to recover. Looks for the open goal. Mendoza, the only defender, hits the crossbar. Rams with a lucky break. Mendoza trying to stay in front. Oliveira tries to kick it. Vincel gets it up. Great defense by the Rams as it stays on the sideline. Throw in. Rams in a much better position than giving up a corner in such critical territory. The Rams playing Johnson and Wales this afternoon in quite a great fashion. Callaway tries to get past one. Tries to kick it across. Callaway goes down. They blow it. And the Rams going to get a free kick taken by Jonathan Gonzalez, the Guatemalan native. Free kick. Across. Almost headed in. Bypasses the right side of the goal. Score remains 1-0. Viscaro. Whistle blown. Rams ready for the quick attack. Collins heads it up. He's down and pops back up. Vincel trying to press. It'll roll out. Still Rams ball. Callaway tries to get it. Goes out. The goalkeeper punts it. Keeping around territory. Oliveira kicks it away. Stays in bounds. Towing the line. Pedro kicks it deep. Collins trying to keep it in bounds. Rolls out. Possession now with the Wildcats. Earlier this week, I talked to both Coach Smith and Coach Blackman about, what were they going to change? They did have a 5-0 loss in a scrimmage on Thursday. And the biggest thing they said that was going to be able to help them change was being able to execute the game plans that they really strategized on. Of course, they had planned very specifically for the way that Patrick Henry Community College was going to play, but they did not execute the game plan properly, and that definitely made them struggle because they saw everything that they had planned for. But when everybody wants to do their own thing, sometimes it doesn't work out. 26 minutes left here in half number one. Whistle blown. And I believe I missed a substitution that just came in Michael Gutu. Long-standing Ram and definitely a household name for this soccer club. A lot of free kicks going back and forth. This one gets into the box. Tries to get it away. Stays on the outside of the goal. And a goal kick coming up for Johnson and Wales. Kicked away. Looks like a Ram is down. It stays back up. Goalkeeper comes up. Gutu. That one rolls out. Possession now with the Wildcats. Headed away over the head of De Oliveira. Collins tries to get a piece of it. Callaway. Well, staying on the heads of every player. A couple ricochets. And Santos, there's a pinch for it. And Callaway got a little excited on that one. The close call. Possession stays with the Rams. Alexander Zimmerman, everybody calls him Xander. Fresh face for this team. It's been a big part of their back line. Pedro Viscaro, Brazilian native. Gutu in a dead sprint. Tries to get there. Rolls out. Just past the halfway mark in the first half. Hopefully an exciting game. Kicked up. Throw in. Moving more and more into Rams territory. Big kick. The call comes. Johnson and Wales a little frustrated with that call. But he definitely had a little bit of contact, which caused Callaway to fall down. Both teams putting up a very valiant effort. Jonathan Gonzalez. The kick. It was down right outside the box. Tries to keep moving forward. Zimmerman fighting for it. Tries to stay in. Deflected out. And a goal kick. Check that corner kick. Coming up for the Wildcats, a number of substitutions coming onto the field for Johnson and Wales. A team out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We do have a number of our athletes hailing from North Carolina as well. No Drake Collins, and although Gustavo Oliveira is from Brazil, resides most of his summers in the States in North Carolina. Far kick. Jim Nander, Collins. Kick comes. He's on the outside of the goal. Rams ball. Score still 1-0. 17:47 on the game clock here in the first half of play. Kick touches the sky. Goes out. Rams ball. Deep kick and dead sprint. Jim Nander. Mendoza stops it, lays on top of it, and saves another one. Although Johnson and Wales in Charlotte, North Carolina hail kind of from all around the country. Some from Ohio, some from the Northeast and Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Here from Callaway, open goal, bypasses the left side of it. And so close. Callaway definitely a very resilient player for the Rams and a big leader for this team. Kicked away, out of bounds. Like I said, Callaway definitely a household name as well for the Rams. An interview I did with Coach Smith and myself, that was one of the big things we talked about was, you know, what kind of leadership do you see on this team? Of course, he talked very highly of the fifth year from Danville, Virginia. That one still stays inside. Kick comes. Almost runs into the University of Pikeville's women team. Racing down the field. Kicked away. Saved by the kick. Rams avoid the score. The clock stopped at 13:05. Not 100% sure why it's stopped. Corner kick. Almost goes sideline to sideline. No whistle's blown. Rams ball. Mendoza setting up for the GK. $12:30 remaining. Callaway gets a piece of it. Knocked out. Ball stays with Johnson and Wales. Kick comes. No call. Callaway helped up by a member of the Johnson and Wales team. Callaway already coming up. Hunted up by Adam Gymnander. Gonzalez. Viscaro. Valavera heads into middle field. Someone down. Possession stays with Johnson and Wales. Clock stop, just under 9.5 minutes to go. Kick comes into the box. Cimarron tried to get it away. Viscaro kicks it up. Callaway loses his footing. Tripped up. Gonzalez. Peterson trying to get ahead of it. Viscaro tries to get it. Deep kick. Zimmerman kicks it away. JW picks it up. A slide tackle. Keeps the ball from getting to the back line. By a couple substitutions coming in. Corner kick coming up for Johnson and Wales. Headed away. Thrown deep. Thrown in. Winford Johnson in Wales. Gets it up to midfield. Through. Checking out for Johnson in Wales. Out of the box. Smacked away by Mendoza. Zimmerman fighting for it. Possession State's Johnson and Wales. Throw in. Way by Nathan Thompson. Kick bypasses Mendoza, but to the other side of the goal. Wildcats trying to reset. Kick deep back. Just under 5 minutes remain here in the first half of play. Ozar down. Up and past the goal. Rams, Wildcats, having a very strategic, almost chess-like soccer game. Rams so far have been executing their game plan very well against the Wildcats. Kicked away. Nathan Thompson kicks across. Gonzalez trying to keep it in bounds. Kicks it back. Back to Mendoza. Thompson tries to kick it back. Unsuccessful. Wildcats trying to score at least one going into half. A lot of intensity. Tries to kick back. Offside's called on Johnson and Wales. Takes away that goal. Or just doesn't award it. And Andre Sousa coming in on the right wing. Oliveira. Couple Rams. Peterson in a foot fight. Sousa trying to get it around. Zimmerman kicks it right to a J&W defender. Mendoza comes, lays on it. 1:15 left in the half. Tempo has definitely slowed down in the second part of this first half of action. Score still 1-0. Off the chest of Sousa, rolls out of bounds. Ball comes up. Thrown in. Thompson heads it down. Gets it away. Sousa to Callaway. Callaway on the near sideline. Almost gets knocked out a couple times. Gets the call. "20 seconds left. Thompson sets up for it. Short time. And it looks like the Rams are going to let time expire. Quite a first half of action. We'll be back here shortly, folks. Please stick around on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Thank you guys so much for tuning in thus far.
It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need.
We're back for second half action. Already a lot going on. Mendoza coming out to retrieve. Rams currently have the 1-0 lead over the Johnson and Wales Wildcats. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And I do want to take a sec because I didn't get to do this during halftime and thank a couple of our sponsors. Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has gone the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. Since 1984, Swope Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. The Grind 103 Spring Street offer regional flavors while employing a unique culture around their brand. The grind never stops. Already out in front of the pack. Headed up. Goes out near the near sideline. Rams trying to collect that first win in the column of their actual games, having 2 previous scrimmages. And it was the tale of 2 coins where the Rams sadly fell after beating Concord in PKs. Sadly, they fell to Patrick Henry earlier this week. None of those are, of course, real games, only labeled as scrimmages. And it was a good benchmarker from Coach Smith's perspectives. Mendoza with the goal kick across midfield. Callaway, open field, kicks it past, rolls past the back line. Callaway definitely a little frustrated with that one. Goal kick to ensue for the Wildcats. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in here live on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And that would not be possible with just about everybody who helps make this broadcast possible. Coming near the Rams' goal. Mendoza comes out. Gonzalez. Scarrow knocks it out. Possession stays with the Wildcats. Collins gets a handle on it. Deflected. Big kick by Connor Vinsel. There we go. Finally called after a couple times that the defender for Johnson & Wales had a hold of Callaway. Took a couple trips for them to finally make the call as Gustavo de Oliveira comes up for the kick. It's a beautiful day here at the East River Soccer Complex. Of course, the women fell 5-0 against the University of Pikeville earlier today. You can catch all of that on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And currently, the men's football team taking on the Thomas More Saints. And that is all the action you can catch on tmusaints.com. And of course, it is the Athletic Giving Weekend. You can catch that at bluefield.edu/rise-up Rams. Once again, that is bluefield.edu/rise-up.rams. Of course, anything you can give, big or small, you can actually pick whatever team you want to send it to. And as I am a wrestler, I'm going to recommend wrestling, but I'm not allowed to use this platform for that. Just over 37 and a half minutes remain here in the second half of action. Rams definitely should go more on the offensive to kind of give them that leeway, maybe give them a little bit more of a cushion as you get later into this, because having such a slim margin of victory could be costly later in the game. Deep kick, gets all the way back. The goalie of Johnson and Wales bowled out. Gustavo de Oliveira. Zimmerman in a foot fight. J&W comes up with it. Tries to get into the box. Loses footing. Nothing called. Kicked around. Try to get it out of the box. Kick deep away, close to midfield. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball near midfield. Callaway, much of an open field, one defender in front of him. Someone trying to get that sprint. Nothing called. Johnson Wales able to recover. Kicked away. Rams need to put on the pressure. Vinsel coming up. Deep kick. Headed up and out. Doran coming up. Zimmerman able to be a little defensively savvy and kicks it out. The far sideline. If you're just now tuning in, the Rams currently have the 1-0 lead over Johnson and Wales. A very back and forth match. That rolls past the back line. Corner kick coming up. Everybody setting up in the box. Arms go up. Kick comes. Pass, set it up. Try to get kicked away. Good foot fight. Towards the middle of the box. Viscaro gets it away. Callaway tries to recover. little misfooting by Viscaro. Almost leaves it into the hands of Johnson and Wales before De Oliveira knocks it away. Deflected off of De Oliveira's side. Another throw in. Rams ball. And the Johnson and Wales player gets the ball to maybe speed up the process a little. 31.5 minutes to go in the contest. Rams trying to add win number 1 to the win column and start the season off right here at the East River Soccer Complex. Viscaro, an defender ahead. Looks for the open man. As he got back in. Taken away by the Wildcats. Headed down and off the side of the press box. That's break. Kicked away. Collins. Gonzalez. Collins tripped up. Oliveira in a dead sprint. He'll pick it up. Kick it away. Up to the hill. Cut back in. Santos. Not a rollout. Rams doing a job of defending, but Johnson and Wales keeping it in Rams territory for the last couple minutes of play. Rams need to put it back on the offensive. A lot of communication in the box. The hush falls over. The kick into the box. Knocked away. Rolls out again. Another corner kick to come up. 28.5 minutes left. Kick. Headed away. Callaway there. Recovered. Casper tries to get a piece of it. Gonzalez putting on the pressure. Vinsel doing a good job of getting it away. Callaway has to get a feed of it. Good argument for the Rams as it stays in their possession. Throwing in the freshman from San Antonio, Texas, Waylon Casper. And might I say, I think this soccer team has the best haircuts on campus. And yes, that was a a, a tasteless plug, but ball thrown in. Whistle blown. Play dead. I don't know if you guys could hear Professor Bandy, but they definitely need to be more offensive. Keep it on the opposition's side. Keep it in that Wildcat territory. Mendoza with the deep kick. Santos can catch his footing. Wildcats keeping the Rams on the move. Job by Zimmerman for keeping it in. And kicked away by Gonzalez. Very important kick coming up. Mendoza in the goal. Tries to block it. Ties it up. 1-1. .24-10 left in gameplay. 1-1 the score. Rams haven't scored since midway through the first half of play. They'd be very strategic in how they can keep this from going into overtime. as they were taking a second to adjust the clock since it was rolling during the penalty kick. Callaway in middle. Deep kick. Trying to get it to come up. All too deep into the box. Rams keeping on the pressure. Goalkeeper punts it. Rolls out. J&W. Rolls past the back line. Wayne couldn't get up in time. Mendoza boots it. A lot of contact. Puts, I believe, Collins on the ground. Yeah, Collins on the ground. And a free kick coming up. Taken by none other than Jonathan Gonzalez. Go to tagging in. During the break in action. Big kick. Tries to kick it away. Casper kicks it out. Jake Mendoza coming up to kick. Deep one. Gonzalez. Oliveira in a foot race. Cuts back in. Kicked away by Vincel. He tries to come up. Wow, and definitely a little bit of a shoulder check near the far sideline. Nothing called. Possession going to go to the Wildcats. And you can kind of hear the shock and awe from the Bluefield bench. Mendoza comes out. He punts it. Kicked back. Headed back to the goalie. Possession still with Johnson and Wales. Callaway making his way, tripped up. Insel in a sprint. Casper tries to get to it. Mendoza comes out. Just under 20 minutes remain. Very slow moving half. Cut it up. Rams trying to keep it in regulation. A lot of time. We're scoring 19 minutes. Goes out. Mendoza settles. Picks it up. Comes out. You will get to see the Rams again next weekend as they take on the University of Pikeville here at home. Around 6 p.m. is when the pitch is supposed to start. Today, of course, with the doubleheader, the game started at around 6:20, so I would always say that a good benchmarker is about 6:30, and it's about a 2-hour process. Maybe about 15 minutes in between games. You see the lights have come on here at the East River Soccer Complex. As we just passed the 8 o'clock hour. Now, I really do appreciate all of you guys tuning in here. It's been your Saturday evening with me, watching all of your favorites here at home. I did mention that it was the athletic giving weekend. And that, of course, is at bluefield.edu/rise-up-rams. Please, like I said, if you can donate at all. We had a fantastic golf outing yesterday. I was able to be a part of that by videoing and capturing some of the ambiance, as well as all of the action that took place yesterday. It was put on beautifully at Fincastle. And I know that there's so many people that I could name that have been such a big part in why this is such a successful fundraiser. But it's just easy to say thank you, Bluefield. There's a lot of back and forth for the Rams. This happened. Not too much action. And the 1-1, so just a brief thing, if we were to go into overtime, the NAI overtime rules are overtime rules are a little different wherever you go and for different ones, but they will have a 15-minute period, if I'm not mistaken. And then depending on it, there might be second 15-minute period before we actually see any penalty kicks. But I've only seen us go into the second period twice. So, and that's in my 3 or 4 years here at Bluefield. Still very impressed that we were able to have such a great turnout. I know that we do have a couple of teams that are on the road. The women's volleyball team traveling from Sylvania, Ohio, which is about 6.5 hours away on the Ohio-Michigan border. And then the Bluefield Rams football team traveled to St. Thomas University, or not St. Thomas, Thomas More University in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, which is about 4 to 5 hours away. Seeing that camp was absolutely beautiful, right outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. As that deflected, went up, Vinsel tries to get it. And a lot of action going between the boxes, but not actually happening in them. See if I can find a quick update on that men's football score for the Rams. Which was slated to start at 7 p.m. The current score of the Thomas More Bluefield Rams game. Thomas More currently leads the Rams 22-7 in the second quarter. Vinsel gets it down there. He tries to get a piece of it. Rolls past the back. And a jolt of energy comes to the Rams sideline. 13 minutes remain. As Jonathan Gonzalez here to take the corner kick. Very, very big opportunity for the Rams to capitalize on. Resets the ball. Hands up. The kick. The goalkeeper comes up and snatches it. Waits a sec. Punts it deep. Gustavo de Oliveira heads it away before it's headed back. Slide tackle attempt causes it to roll out past the back line. Trying to see where it's called on. I'll give it to JWU. That'll be a goal kick for the Rams. Kicked up and over the press box. Back behind field number 2. And something that we haven't seen this game, but it comes up multiple times in a season, is when it gets kicked over into past the scoreboard on the near side. It looks like there's a giant drop-off. And prior to a couple weeks ago, I was pretty sure that where that drops off is just a valley. Turns out there are 2 soccer courts down there. Soccer fields down there. Wow, that was a big one to mess up. I don't know how I did that, but it happens. 10.5 minutes remain. Try to keep back in. Dozy gets a handle on it. Looks like both these teams might be content with going into the overtime period and playing a little longer. As I see 4 men looking to substitute the next break-in opportunity. And that sprint. Possession with Bluefield. .9:20 left. Stopped up. Thurman kicks it away off the toe of Gutu. Nice kick by Collins. Bensel kicks it away. Bounces the hill and makes it back in. I really hope you guys didn't hear that, ladies and gentlemen. I really apologize if you did. But regardless, there's 7.5 minutes left. Zimmerman with the missed foot. Hit away by Jim Nander. It's near midfield. Kicked away by Waylon Casper. That rolls out. Now there will be a short break in between the half and the overtime period. If we get past regulation score, still 1-1. I think the Rams are trying to get past that. It's definitely a tight one. That's kicked away. .545 remains. Going from Collins off the chest of Gutu. Back to Jaywu. No, and I'm off to there's a chance that this could actually not be an overtime, and this would just be considered a tie. As a gentleman in the comments has mentioned. Maybe I missed that. Hiding on near the back line, kicked away. Try to get picked up. The kick. Headed up. Into the goal. Rams put it in the goal in crunch time. Callaway gets everyone all riled up. And now that's what he's been looking for all game. He has gone through so much adversity in just this short period, and that is the icing on the cake. Rams able to put another one on the board. Still have just under 4 minutes of play. And that's the way you want to try to start your season. Kicked up. Callaway kicks it past Gutu. Just under 3 minutes. Throw in comes. Tries to kick it. And kicked away. Rams trying to get that time off the clock. Callaway to flex it. Oliveira putting it in Wildcat territory. Erling Casper. Takes time to bring it in. Off that of Callaway. Minute left. Jonathan Gonzalez kicks it away. And now a corner kick coming up for the Rams as the clock ticks down to 40. .30 seconds left. Jonathan Gonzalez. Kicks it out again. 20. .13. Knocked out. And they're getting on their feet. And as time expires, Ram takes the first win here at the East River Soccer Complex with the clutch goal by Devin Callaway with 4 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I can't tell you if there's a better way that we could start the season here, but that way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, of course, as always, take it easy, Rams fans.